Hey everyone, we are back at Homes at Home. Mike Holmes Jr. and Lisa Marie Holmes.
We had some technical difficulties.
Yes.
Sorry about that. We're back in action though.
Yeah, we're getting some thunder going on around here, so I'm not sure if it's that. Maybe it's the Wi-Fi. Who knows? Anyway, we're talking about Homes and Holmes Season 1.
Let us know. Give us thumbs up if our sound is better this round. If you guys can hear us okay, or if it's a little bit echoey, but
yeah.
Let us know in the comment section. We appreciate it.
Also, let us know in the comment section if you've seen Homes and Holmes Season 1 recently. What's your favorite part? What you enjoyed about it the most? And yeah, that we'll get right into it here. So what we were talking about before is that we did this house. We partnered up with my dad. Originally, I just wanted to renovate it a little bit, make it a little bit more homey, clean it up a little bit, because the before pictures, it was pretty rough.
It was like a major bachelor pad. Like Michael had been living there since he purchased it at what, 19?
19, yeah.
Yeah. So then we started dating when you were 24. I was 24. Yeah. You were 23.
Yeah.
So really, it was moving into like a major bachelor pad. And
I thought it was great.
I was fine with it, other than like a few like things that, you know, style points would have been nice. I wish I could have given you style points, but I couldn't.
Yeah.
So we were thinking, okay, yeah, let's fix it up. Let's make it a little bit more of a less bachelor pad.
Yeah, we just wanted to make it nicer. But then my dad, of course, said to me, you know what, I think what we should do is essentially blow the roof off this place and add a second story addition.
Blow it off.
Not what we had planned, but as if you have watched the show, you can see that we ended up going that route, and that was a lot of work.
But the smart way to go at the end of the day, because this was your big investment, and in order to make a return, you have to spend money to make money. So everyone's saying that they loved your interaction with your dad, which was really funny. Like, I think that there's even a clip of me going like, you saying one thing, your dad saying another, and I'm literally in the middle of my two mics, very powerful Leos, and I'm going, I think I'm between a rock and a hard place. Like I was kind of this like lose-lose. So sometimes I'd throw a bone to Big Mike, and other times I'd go with Michael.
It's true.
And both would always be like, like little bulldogs when I didn't.
Supposed to be on my side.
Yeah, when I didn't agree with enough.
Yeah.
But that was really fun. That was we actually did a lot more work than we anticipated. But it was your dad always says, you know, something. What was it? His divorce desk.
Oh,
renovations are like, you know, a test for relationships, because they often lead to their divorce death.
Well, what people don't understand, I think, is that, you know, maybe on TV the jobs look so easy,
right?
But there's a lot that goes into it. It takes a lot of time, a lot of work, a lot of money. And if something goes wrong, then maybe you can blame each other or something. So my dad always says renovations, if you live it during a renovation, it causes divorce dust. So of course, the smart thing to do would be to move into an RV with like 200, maybe 150 square feet of living space.
Yeah, that was not good.
Yeah, and you know, it's funny because I think back, this was before we were even engaged. So we were just dating at the time. Yeah, we had kind of cleaned up the RV to look a little nicer and be a little more homey.
But I was in medical school at the time. So I was in third year naturopathic medical school. And so for me, I don't have a trades background. Never having lived through a renovation of my own, all I could just offer was my, you know, when asked for my opinion, I could just be honest, brutally honest, and say what I felt. But it's not like I could, you know, always help the two of you, you know, not want to rip each other's heads off.
Yeah, well, you were a good barrier there, where it was like, okay, like kind of like a referee. Just like, you know what, hey, give each other some space. I'll take your side this time. I'll take your side. So
But also at the end of the day, I feel bad, like thinking back now, I'm like, I really did, like, you know, obviously I'm the future daughter-in-law. I wanted to make your dad happy, but at the end of the day, it was your house.
Thank you. I mean, for those of you who have seen it, I mean, he influenced the red door. He influenced the layout, which to his point, or to his, he had a lot of great ideas, but he was involved even on the choosing of the floor finish
and like, the brick exterior.
Oh yeah, I mean, if to be honest, if we can go back and change some things,
there'd be lots of things that we change, eh?
There'd be lots of things we would change, but again, this was in 2015. Now we don't live there anymore. We actually, my sister Sherry and Blake live there now with baby Callie. So they live in that home. It's still in the family.
Yeah. They had a growing family. It kind of worked out better for them and their needs of where they want to live. So what we did is we headed north and bought a century home.
Yeah, built in 1874. Like, we
That's
have
not finished anywhere
yeah.
near all the effort that we put into that beautiful house.
Makes sense, right? You have like a perfectly built home that is fully finished, and then you're like, we spent all this time and money, let's move up north.
Yeah, and start from scratch. But Sylvia says that she really loved watching our engagement on the show. That was actually really, people are like, was that staged? Did you guys act that? But no, the engagement had me completely surprised. Actually, Michael, like, in true transparency, and not like, my sister had called me because Michael was like, yeah, so let's go, the crew wants to film us going on an excursion together. We have friends and family that just live close, my family's Quebecois, so we go to Ottawa often. We have friends there, so it's like, let's do a fun excursion. That makes sense. So Michael planned this beautiful weekend, and on this Saturday, on the drive up, before Michael had picked me up from school, my sister goes, do you think that he's going to propose this weekend? And I was like, what do you know? Like, are you trying to tell me something? You think he's going to propose this weekend? And my sister's like, no. Like, if he was, like, I wouldn't have said that to you. And I was like, oh, that's really true. Yeah, she wouldn't have just like spoiled the surprise.
Yeah.
So anyways, Michael picks me up and we had East. And, Saturday was this beautiful dinner with a rose and
wanted to throw her off the scent. Okay. So I
didn't propose. You didn't propose on the Saturday. And so I was like, well, I guess because we're leaving Sunday. So if he was going to do it, it would have been Saturday night, because now Sunday we have to check out of the hotel. We're driving back, but Michael's like, hey, actually, let's hang out with our friends and we'll go for dinner with them at one of our favorite restaurants. And so we'll just do a late checkout. So, okay.
Yeah. And now what I had planned for the Sunday is that we go to a little farmer's market, we walk around, then we'll go get a couple's massage. And after that, she'll get, was it a manicure?
Yeah, mani-pedi.
Mani-pedi. So Elisa Marie got a mani-pedi. And during that time, I would run. And I talked to I literally ran.
So Michael left me. We had a couple's massage, and then Mike's like, hey, you're taken care of.
I'm like, I'll just go chill back at the hotel and then meet up with some of our friends.
Yeah, exactly.
And literally ran back to the hotel, got my suit on, ran to the restaurant space that my buddies they helped me out, rent out. And I was so nervous. I was
setting it all up.
Yeah, I was setting it up, but I remember I think I had an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Whatever the mani-pedi is. So anyways, I head home after I walk home, and Michael's like, yeah, are you ready to come over? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll be a couple minutes. Meanwhile, I'm just like walking around the hotel room, just relaxing, eating some chips and dip, like completely
thinking I'm with my
friends. Yeah, thinking he's just hanging out with boys, no big deal. And so he's like, okay, come. I want you to come. Okay. So I put on my clothes, head over. And then I guess, so what happened was that the producer and the sound guy, the director and sound were outside of the restaurant, and they mic'd me so that they were like, okay, so when you go in, you're mic'd. That way it's a smooth transition and you just walk right in. It's like, okay, no problem. So they're like, wait for our call, wait for the sign to go on in and meet Michael and his friends. So I was like, okay, so I was just hanging out with the sound guy, talking. It was freezing cold. It was November in Ottawa, so really, really cold. And so we get the notification, okay, it's safe for me to go in. So I'm like talking to the sound guy, and I remember pulling on the door. Or no, I'm sorry, I pushed on the door. That's what I did. Because I pushed on the door, and it was like thunk, thunk, these like big, beautiful old doors. And I laugh. I'm like, oh my gosh, of course that would happen, right? And I'm like, oh, it's a pull. So then I pull the door open, just laughing with the sound guy. And I open the doors, and the stairs going up into the restaurant are lined with balloons. And all the lights are dim, and Michael's at the top of the staircase in his suit with wait, do you have something in your hand? I feel like I blanked out. Like, I was like,
I think I probably had my hands like this doing one of these just because I was so nervous. I think the ring was in my pocket.
You're right. And then I thought, oh my gosh, wow, he looks very handsome. And then I was like, I just remember being like, hi. And then that's when something kind of struck me that something was up. And I was shaking. Like, that caught me off guard because that was on a Sunday. We were supposed to be leaving. I then later find out that we're staying
an extra night,
so there's no rush.
Yeah,
So yeah, that was really cool to have the engagement filmed.
it was, and it was so much fun that everyone could see it. So let us know what you think of the engagement.
Yeah, like we shared all of our engagement with you. That was
Yeah.
really, really fun and completely genuine. There was no plan for that. I cried for 3 hours and the cameras eventually had to stop filming because they're like, this is nonsense footage.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, I was so nervous, even though I knew that you would say yes, but
Yeah.
it was just like this. It had to be perfect. I wanted
So
it.
my sister's really mad at him still to this day.
I should
'Cause-
issue a public apology to Laura. Laura, I am so sorry again because I didn't tell Laura that I was asking Lisa to marry me because I was so nervous. I thought someone would let it slip, and
well, you told other people, but not my sister, and that was bad. For any of you getting engaged, if you're thinking of proposing to your partner and they have a close friend or sibling, please do include them, because I hope that when my sister gets married, karma doesn't come back to
I messed up. It was a mistake. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Yeah.
It's a good laugh now. It's been, what, 3 years? So
yeah, we laughed about it not too long ago. So a lot of fun, exciting things did happen on that build. Like we got engaged. We lived in an RV. Another really exciting thing that we did was actually during this Holmes and Holmes season 1 was when I really discovered my love of carpentry.
Right. Oh yeah, that table.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, all the memories are coming back right now.
So we do have some pictures of the table build. So maybe if we can pull these up here. And so this is it. It was a black walnut table that we built. Now, the story behind this is that we went to look for this black walnut because I wanted to build Lisa Marie a dining room table. And then the gentleman who was selling it to us, Brent, and his wife, Pat, they had this for like 35 years. And it was he worked in law, and it was a walnut tree that was outside of his law office.
Walnut or black? Yeah, black walnut. Yeah.
And he wanted to cut it down and mill it up, and it got struck by lightning. So he milled it up. And for like 35 years, he was like, I've wanted to build a dining room table with this, but I haven't been able to afford it. I got a quote.
So expensive. Like this tree was growing on his property. For years, the town said, no, you cannot chop it down for your own benefit. So by chance, like after 15 years or whatever, 20 years, it gets struck by lightning. So fate is on his side.
Yeah.
He's then able to do something with it. However, it's too expensive to mill it. So it's just sitting now in his barn
for like 35 years, however long it was. And so instantly, the second he said that, myself, Derek, and Robbie looked at each other like, okay, like now this plan has changed. It was like this unspoken thing that we were going to build the table together now for this guy, Brent. And that's a picture of Derek putting some oil on the table there. So yeah, it was so much fun to build.
Yeah.
We didn't really have the tools at the time, so some companies stepped up and donated some tools to us and helped us out. A lot of people came together to help get this table to Brent. And then when we delivered it to him, there's a finished shot there of it actually in his barn. So we told him we needed to do some pickups. Like, okay, Brent, so listen, we're here. We got to shoot some pickups and we need a little bit more wood. So we brought the truck. He's like, oh yeah, okay. And then we bring him out back and he sees the table. And it was probably one of my favorite moments since we started doing the show.
Well, that's true, because I find that most of what you do in history is you're really dedicated to helping others. And like you've always said that that's what you wanted to do in this life is be in service of others. And so using your resources and the television aspect to be able to help other people in need has been so, also self-serving. And then when we were doing our house, it was great. It was really fun for us.
Yeah.
But we were lacking that component of being able to, pay it forward.
Yeah.
And so when this just presented itself naturally, I just remember Michael came home just completely buzzed, super excited about the whole story with being able to help Brent and bringing his dream of having a dining room table out of black walnut from his own property to life. It was really cool. So and then you born from that was your love of woodworking, which has now just, snowballed. It's been a snowball effect since then. And you're so crafty. Michael's just so talented and learning so much. So
yeah, it's one of my favorite things to do now is woodworking.
Yeah.
So it was season 1. It truly was life-changing for us between the engagement, between the woodworking side of it, and also what I learned about building an entire house again, and working with Robbie and Derek. We had so much fun together. But I feel like we should show some before and after pictures of the house as well.
Yeah, sure. Oh my goodness, yeah, I can't wait to
So let's
see. I
see
forget.
here. Yeah, I know it's been so that was the old bathroom. So there's the before, and then we'll show you the after here.
Wow,
So
yeah, it's gorgeous.
slight difference. We did a marble herringbone on the backsplash of the bathroom there.
Yeah, which was really cool for me to like for the first time design something that I actually really loved, and I fell in love with herringbone. I love herringbone tile, and just like the pattern in itself is just so great. And we did subway tile even in the basement. Like it was really cool for me just to like think of the finishing touches, even down to the wallpaper. Choosing the wallpaper was a really cool experience because wallpaper has a really bad reputation, and I feel like people are like, "Oh, wallpaper's so outdated."
Yeah.
But there is some cool and funky wallpaper that you can get your hands on these days that really brighten up a room and create a whole new element to a space and just really elevates it. So that was really fun for me.
It's not like your like 1970s wallpaper that your parents had in their house.
Yeah, it was really cool. So I learned a lot in that build, and I'm always learning. Like being a part of this family, I feel like I've just made so many cool friends, and I have great mentors, and so having that opportunity to learn is really cool.
Yeah. And I mean, we do have some other before and afters as well. I know we did. So that was the old living room that we had.
Isn't that sad?
I mean, and at the time I was very proud of it.
I mean, like the floor.
Yeah, the floor was nice. It was nice maple.
Yeah.
It was pretty beat up. And then the after, there was a little bit of love there.
Yeah, there you go. That looks more like a home, eh?
Yeah. So again, we went with the nice maple flooring, nice, beautiful back door there that Trimbo helped us out with, and so I mean, overall, the transformation of that house, the amount of time I lived there beforehand to the after was huge.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was hard letting that one go for sure, but we're so happy that Callie has a great house to grow up in, and we know that it's foolproof, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a pretty. Oh yeah, the backyard.
That's the backyard. Oh boy.
Yeah, so now Callie's gonna play not in that one, but the after is that. So she's got, a nice little garden area. There's lots of grass. It's safe. New fences all around.
Lots of herbs we planted. We did a lot of landscaping and tried to incorporate some herbs. One of my favorite features of the house was the meditation room, just because I was, look how beautiful it is. So you know what? That meditation room, with all its Zen energy and all, is now Callie's bedroom, which is really cute. So I'm really happy that we were able to, carve out a really nice space for Sherry and Blake to then spruce it up.
You know what? I never actually made that connection. That's a really good point.
Yeah, I know. It was really nice. So, Tina, love watching your family. You can tell your hearts are always in what you guys do.
Yeah, we certainly do love our job, and we love giving back, and we love having fun and showing you a little behind the scenes of our lives.
Well, it's true, because I love your show. Made me think of my dad. Oh, that's so cute, Joseph. That's really sweet. But we do actually wear our hearts on our sleeves, and that can be really great and sweet and like really charming. But also when we're not happy,
yeah,
it's really hard for us to.
Yeah, you gotta just like hold
it in. But but I guess that's. Just life, we're raw. We say what we feel. Eh?
Yeah. So Amy asks, she says, hello, did you always know you would follow in your father's footsteps? The truth is no, Amy, I didn't. I wanted to do something else when I was younger. I thought I would be into firefighting, and then I started working for my dad and kind of just fell in love with the trades and working with my hands, and started working for him since. And it's been 16 years now, something like that.
Yeah, more than half of your life now. I think, right? Close to, or if not exactly half. Because you started at 14. No, it's been over half of your life. Over half of your life, you've been on your dad's crew.
Yeah, that's been a long time.
He grew up in front of you guys. Yeah. That's so cool.
And Isabel asked when we're coming back with new shows. We're working on it. Right now, we're working on getting some videos that we're doing a little mini series on our garden in the backyard here that we're going to be releasing very soon. Yeah. We're almost done it, so we just need to keep working at it.
Yeah, that, and Michael also has a little mini series on a rocking chair that he built me for our 2nd year anniversary. I'm excited for you guys to all see season 2 of Holmes and Holmes. I hope that comes down the pipeline soon, because season 1 was our engagement. Season 2 was
the big day.
Dun dun da da dun dun da da. Our wedding. We filmed our wedding. It was a little snippet, but there's enough there for you guys to see a little bit what it was like. So it was really fun.
And maybe it's time that we release some wedding video. Maybe, I know it's been out there, but maybe we can repost it. That way, you guys, for anyone who's missed it, we can show you.
Yeah, let us know. Amy says, what what the thing you should look for when you buy a house. What's something? Okay.
I think when you're buying a house, at least for me, from a contractor standpoint, it's what's behind the walls. You can always update the aesthetics, but you want to make sure that you have proper electrical that's done. You want to make sure there's no mold, so good indoor air quality, that your foundation's not leaking, that the outdoor grading isn't graded towards the house.
And for me, location, location, location. I think that if you love where you live, you can always build, eventually renovate it and build what you want.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's probably why I was able to influence Michael to purchase this Century home for us.
You have a little bit of influence.
Influence us purchasing the Century home.
Mm-hmm.
It was built in 1874, and I'm not sure if it follows all of Michael's rules, but
it actually goes against most of my rules.
Location.
Yeah, but you know what? That being said, I am so in love with this home now. So I'm glad I kind of was open to it.
Yeah.
One of the things I actually forgot about that I don't want to miss talking about before we leave today is the fact that we built a net zero home. For those of you who don't know, net zero means that you are able to produce as much energy as you consume. So we installed something like 27 solar panels on the roof.
But this is of the season 1 of Holmes and Holmes, not our Century home.
Thank you, honey, for connecting the dots there. My thoughts. Season 1 Homes and Homes, we built a net zero home. So we put solar panels on the roof, and what that did was that we were now able to meet zero. So meaning that we produced enough energy that we consumed. So then we got the energy bill at zero. So we did that for a few reasons. One, we both love the environment. We want to be able to protect the environment as much as possible and reduce our carbon footprint. Mm-hmm. Two, also important is money. If you save money long term, it's a long term
investment.
Yeah,
it's a lot when you're putting it in, but then it comes back in a different way, right? So
yeah, but we believe in building sustainably and environmentally conscious. So if you have any questions about that, if you have any questions about Homes and Homes Season 1, please let us know in the comments. Maybe our engagement, maybe even our house that we are living in now.
There you go. So thank you so much for joining and watching and supporting Homes and Homes Season 1. I'm really excited to see all of your comments and Season 2, hopefully down the pipeline. So if you are looking to follow more of our garden and our more recent content, please head over to our Instagram pages at lisa.marie.homes and Mike Holmes Jr. We're always sharing new ways to improve your house, style your house, design your house, get creative with your space.
One thing I see, I accidentally mistyped in the follow us on Instagram thing there. There is no L in Lisa Marie Holmes. It is HOLMES. So if you go to check out Lisa Marie Holmes, make sure you type in HOLMES.
That's like whenever I'm ordering anything, I'm always like, it's Holmes with an L.
Yeah, Holmes with an L.
There you go.
So thank you everyone for tuning in. We always love chatting with you, updating you on what we're doing, and we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next time. Mwah. Bye guys.